A deeper look at Green Book and white creators telling black stories. At last year's 91st Academy Awards, Green Book took home some serious prizes, including Best Original Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor, and to much controversy, Best Picture, beating out Black Panther, BlacKkklansman, Roma, and many other critically acclaimed films from 2019. Green Book does a handful of things very well, much thanks to the excellent acting by stars Mahershala Ali, who plays genius black pianist Don Shirley, or Doc, as is called by his co-star Viggo Mortensen, who plays Shirley's driver Tony Lip, as is known to his Italian neighborhood in Brooklyn. On the surface, Green Book is visually well done, with color, weather, and naturalistic scenery paralleling the movie's themes of restraint versus indulgence, violence versus dignity, appearance versus reality, and other themes that glisten on the surface. Although Green Book attempts to picture parts of the black experience, what the audience gets are mere fragments, beginnings of black stories. With a team of all white writers and a white director, can the black experience's complexity and nuance be told without black people playing major roles in the process? The debate of whether or not white creators should be involved with black stories is a complicated subject. It comes down to whether you believe art supersedes societal circumstances or operates beneath them. It's just a movie. Green Book is an excellent movie if you view it as just that, a movie. There's a certain enthralling, often delightfully eccentric intimacy that the camera breathes into each scene between Ali and Mortensen. Their polar opposite nature gives way for superb comedic time moments that sprinkle in between the bleakness, tailing the team as Don Shirley's concert tour takes them deep down south. Every problem Don Shirley runs into being a black man trying to navigate the South would make anyone with a narrow perception of America's history's blood boil. At its core, Green Book is a feel-good movie that does its job by the end. For many, it proves that white people can tell a story which includes elements of the black experience in a manner acceptable. So much so, in fact, that it earns Oscars, and everybody makes it home in time for dinner. For black Americans, Green Book was a movie we've already seen before in the stories from our grandparents and great-grandparents, uttered in recollections at cookouts and family reunions. Every racist occurrence in Green Book is met with sincere surprise, as if every stop erases the character's memory of where they are. This is one of the many ways Green Book could have benefited from having a black writer permanently in the room. A black person doesn't merely forget they are down south. It could happen anywhere. The wrong look to the wrong man, the wrong shoes, the suspicious skin color that convicts us to life in a hashtag. Actually, no, it's not just a movie. Green Book tries to tell its audiences that it's essential not to look away from the black experience, but the script is so enthralled with the life of Tony that it plays conversely to its own rhetoric. Mahershala Ali is the only black character with a major speaking role in this movie. That, combined with the fact that no black writer or director was hired for this movie, is hypocritical to what Green Book is trying to say, and that's unfortunately when you contextualize films about black people. But as long as black people are not getting paid, it doesn't matter what the movie preaches. The gap will continue to widen. The Help, The Color Purple, Waves, Get On Up, 42, and so many more movies all have one thing in common. They are critically acclaimed films about black people, written and or directed by white people. These directors' resumes are growing. They're becoming household names off of their depictions of black people, while black directors like Spike Lee have to beg studios for more money and hustle for robust resumes, Oscar or no Oscar. And films like his BlacKkklansman, or Ryan Coogler's Black Panther, or even Alfonso Cuarón's Roma will continue to be snubbed. Props to uphold films more digestible for Americans. When we contextualize art with societal circumstances, it is hard to say that white directors and writers should get paid for telling black stories when black people hardly get hired, recognized, or awarded to tell their own. The solution: Green Book is not by any means a bad movie. As audience members, Green Book must be a stepping stone to our journey of enjoying more complex and diverse depictions of marginalized stories. If one spends $20 on a Green Book ticket after watching, it's essential to think about where else we can spend our money to make actual impacts on marginalized communities. Buy from local black artists, support black businesses, support black films made by black people of all shapes and sizes, and embrace a new depth of your artistic consumption. The solution happens with a collective decision to be better, do more, and push for their higher standards in the work we want to see in the future.